Hello everyone and welcome to the new academic year. In this session, we are going to see the first lesson of maths, which is geometrical constructions. Now we all know about geometry. In geometry, we include things like line, angle, triangle, circle. All these things are included in geometry. Now let us see what we are having in this particular lesson, geometrical constructions. Let's start with the basics. But before we begin, let me give you a few instructions. Keep your notebook and textbook open in front of you, and whenever we are seeing anything in the video, try to attempt the same question all by yourself. Now for this lesson, you will need your geometry box, in which you should have your pencil, scale, sharpener, eraser and all the other geometrical instruments. Plus you should have your textbook and notebook open in front of you. So now let's begin with the lesson. We have a few concepts: perpendicular bisector, angle bisector, and a small note written over there which we'll discuss later on. Now in perpendicular bisector, what exactly is meant by perpendicular and bisector? We've already learned last year also that the word perpendicular means something which is having a 90-degree angle. Perpendicular always makes an angle of 90 degree. It's like a plus sign. So perpendicular means 90 degree and bisector. Bi means two and sect means sections. Means something which is divided into two equal sections. So perpendicular bisector will mean that the line segment will be divided in two equal parts and the line which is dividing it will be perpendicular. It will be straight, it will make an angle of 90 degree. Now same way, if we see the angle bisector, bisector we all know now. Bisector means it is dividing the angle into equal parts, which means the angle will be divided into two equal parts. Let's see how we make these constructions now. First we'll begin with the perpendicular bisector. Let's suppose we'll make a line segment of 8 centimeter. This is a line segment of 8 centimeter. We'll write it. We'll give it a name also. Line segment AB of 8 centimeter. And now we'll draw its perpendicular bisector. Hopefully all are having your geometrical instruments with you and you are doing it along with me. This is my compass. I am having a chalk here. You will be having a pencil in your compass. So we are going to use this compass to make the perpendicular bisector. Let's see how we do it now. When we'll have to take some distance in this compass. This distance should be slightly more than half of your line segment. Slightly more than half. Anything more than half is good enough. You need not take an exact measure. Now I have taken the measure which is more than half of this line segment, and now I will place my compass here on first point and I will make two arcs, one up and one down. One up and one down. Same thing I will do from the other side of the line segment, other point of the line segment. I am not changing my distance, it's the same here. Place it here. Now see here I am getting my point, but here my point is not very clear, which means this arc which I made from here, I need to extend a bit. See, now I am getting two exact points. So we will join these points and that will be our perpendicular bisector. See, we have joined the 2 points, we got this perpendicular bisector. We'll make a square sign there. This square sign shows that it is perpendicular. It is making an angle of 90 degree. Now when it is perpendicular bisector, we have seen bisector means it is going to divide into half and half. So what is half of 8? 4 centimeter. So this measure should be 4 centimeter and this measure should also be 4 centimeter. Let us check with the scale. Yes, I am getting exact 4 and 4 centimeter. Children, you won't be able to see it. When you do it yourself, you can confirm in your notebook. This is 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter, exact perpendicular bisector. Now we will see how to make angle bisector. First I will make the base for my angle. This is the base of my angle. Now we'll draw an angle first. We will use the protractor for making the angle. Now how do we use this protractor? Sometimes you call it as D also. It is actually called as protractor. You have two measures. Once I see 0 here, 180 here. I see 0 here, 180 here, but in the reverse direction. So if I see the 0 which is inside here, it increases 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. So the inside line increases from this side to this side. The same thing happens in the outside measurement also. Outside measure starts from this side, but the inside measure started from here, but the outside measure is starting in the reverse side, from the reverse side. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, like this you go till 180. So which side you should see? The inside measure or you should see the outside measure? It depends on the line. In which direction you have the line, you have to see that particular measure. Now if I want to draw my angle from here, this is going to be my angle and here I will draw an arrow. Let's make an angle of 80 degree. So now when I am placing this center on this point, okay, this will be my straight line. You will have the straight line drawn slightly above your plastic, because you have little bit of plastic base down and slightly above the plastic you are going to have the line. You have to see that black line for drawing your angle. Don't draw directly from the base, you have to draw from that black line. Keep that black line straight on your line, point on this point, line on the line, and then you measure 80 degree accurately. This is my 80 degree. I am making my marking in this way. So we'll make the angle now. This is my 80 degree angle. I'll write the measure also. This is my 80 degree angle. Now I want to draw the angle bisector to this angle. We'll take a small measure, approximately 2 centimeter should be enough for you. See, I am taking a small measure here. I am placing it on this point. I am placing my point on this vertex. And I am drawing an arc. This is my arc. Now this arc is making one point here and one point here. You can increase the distance a little bit here because it's too small. Place it on this and cut an arc. Place on this and cut an arc. You can see the point here. This is the point we are going to join to the vertex. And this line is going to be our angle bisector. The half of 80 degree will be 40 and 40. So that is going to be our angle bisector. Let's join the 2 points. Now this is dividing our full angle of 80 degree into half and half, which is 40 and 40. You can confirm with the protractor also. Whether if one is 40, other one will also be 40 only. See, I am placing exactly 40, yes. I am getting exact 40 degree. You can check in your own diagram also, children. This is your perpendicular bisector and angle bisector. Now the next note given there, the angle bisectors and perpendicular bisectors of a triangle are concurrent. Now what is the meaning of concurrent? Let's see first. We'll draw a triangle and then we'll see what is the meaning of concurrent. This is my one triangle. I'll draw one more triangle for perpendicular bisector. See children, these diagrams are only for your understanding. So we are just drawing illustrative diagrams for our understanding. So we are not going to draw exact angle bisectors and exact perpendicular bisectors. We are just going to roughly show to see how the diagram looks and what is the meaning of concurrent. I will draw the angle bisector for this angle. We are just going to roughly draw it to see how those angle bisectors look in a triangle. We are going to draw the angle bisectors for all three angles. There are three angles. So we are going to draw the angle bisectors of all these three angles. First I'll draw for the first one. Just a rough one, not exact. I just want to see how it looks. One angle bisector. Same way I'll draw angle bisector for the second one. Second angle bisector. Now I'll draw the angle bisector from here. When you exactly draw the angle bisectors, you will get a diagram like this. All three angle bisectors will meet at a point. This point. This is what we call as concurrent. Means if there are three or more than three lines passing through the same point, meeting at the same point, then that point is point of concurrent. This way we can say that the angle bisectors are concurrent. Okay. Now this point has a name. This point is called as the incenter. This point is called as incenter. Why it is called as incenter? Because when you take this point and take any one as the radius, you can draw a circle inside like this. That is why it is called as an incenter. This point. Let's see now how we draw the perpendicular bisectors. We are just drawing rough diagrams to see, because these constructions will be coming in the higher classes also. So let's need to understand the concept. This is one perpendicular bisector I have drawn. From on one line, on one side, we'll draw the perpendicular bisector for this side also. This is second perpendicular bisector. Same way I will draw perpendicular bisector for the third side. This is the perpendicular bisector from the third side. Okay. So we can see that the perpendicular bisectors are also meeting at a point. Which means the perpendicular bisectors are also concurrent. Now this point is also having a name. This point is called as circumcenter, because here you are drawing the circle inside. In this, we draw the circle outside. Okay, that is why it is called as a circumcenter, because it is going to make the margin boundary of the circle. Okay. So children, hopefully you all must have understood the concept, the basic concept of this lesson. Till here, what is the meaning of a perpendicular bisector? What is the meaning of angle bisector? What is the meaning of concurrent, the word concurrent? And the point of concurrence of angle bisectors is incenter, and the point of concurrence of perpendicular bisectors is circumcenter. So note down all these things. Do make these constructions in your notebook, complete this work, and in the next video we are going to start with the practice set 1, which is going to be the first practice set of this lesson. Okay children, thank you for watching.